Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Why Not Budget. Today I am going to go over last week's envelopes system, and then I will go ahead and sub envelopes for this next week. So before we get started, if you have not subscribed, I would be very honored for you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to make sure that you do not miss a video, go ahead and tap the bell. That way you will be alerted each time I upload a new video. So moving right along, last week's envelopes worked out great. We only went over in one category. We'll just go over it all once again. So for savings, $50, it went directly to the savings account. For the car note, we paid $430 on it. We're taking a trip this weekend to St. Augustine, and I budgeted $35, but it turned out we didn't need the $35. Everything we wanted to do was pretty much taken care of, I think. Well, for the most part. We went ahead and put back a quarter of September's rent of $200, and we're good on that. For groceries, we budgeted $100. We end up spending $111.64, so not so bad, but we did go over budget there. For the gas, we spent the full $60. Household items, we spent the full $20. I actually just spent the rest of it last night, so we're good there. For my husband's allowance, we budgeted $50. He spent $43, so he still has $7 left. For my allowance, budgeted $50 for myself. I only spent $36, so I still have $14 left. For the hobbies, we put $30, and for the most part, we spent. Yeah, I think the hobbies envelope is empty. Let me make sure. I think we spent everything out of the hobby. Yeah, so hobby's empty. In offering, we did the $20 out of that envelope as well. So the amount that we budgeted for was $1,045. The actual amount that we spent was $1,006.64. So even though we went over in groceries, because we didn't go over in our personal amounts, we still stayed under budget. So we stayed under budget by $38.36. So we did really good. So on to the next page I showed you guys was just the grocery list. Just gonna touch it real quick. So we did go grocery shopping. The items that have asterisks by it, it's just items that we end up, maybe we still had it at home, or we decided against getting it. Or if it's not highlighted, definitely we did not get it. Household items, the only thing we did not get was laundry detergent because we still had some, but more than likely we would need some this week. As far as the wish list, we didn't, well, I got my Happy Planner stickers. My husband bought us the veggie spiraler, but these other 3 items we did not get. So we will just move them forward. So now that brings us to this week. So starting out for this week, and this is a payday to payday budget. So the week, if you're looking at the dates here, it's probably going to confuse you. So it's from the 17th through the 24th, which is the next pay period. So as far as the first thing, we have savings. $50 automatically went over to my savings account. For the credit card, number 2, we're going to make a payment of $350.90, so it'll leave the balance there at $300. For car insurance, $80.14 is what we're budgeting to pay. Well, that's actually the amount that's due. For our third credit card, we have $50 that we're going to pay towards it, and I believe the balance due is going to be at about $200. For the internet, the bill is about, it's like $69 and some change. I rounded up to $70. For our rental car, for when we go out of town, it's $115. So these items are all coming out of the checking account. So we would have to get online and make these payments. So from groceries on down is what we're going to place inside of the cash envelopes. So we will go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go in order what I have it here. So for household, we have $25. So we will, and as I mentioned before, I like to do 5s for the household, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This is my household envelope. If this is your first video, I'll let you guys know that I make my own, well, I made my own envelopes, I'm sorry. And I just use regular paper. At Walmart, they sell like a book of different types of arts and craft paper. And I bought a book of the paper, and they have these individual laminating sheets, and you get about 8 sheets in a box. And so what I do is when I cut them like this, you can laminate 3 at a time when they're like this. However, I do have the big envelopes that I placed the receipts in that I mentioned last week. But if this is your first time, you did not probably hadn't saw it. So here's the big envelope, and I just folded the envelope. So like for instance, well, it's the receipt in it. I haven't laminated this one yet, but here's how it comes. It's just a really big sheet of paper, and just fold it. Just fold it until it goes back to where you want it. And then I created this little part here so that it closes. So when it's laminated, it sticks in there firmly so that it holds my receipts, and then this part is also together. So this is for the receipts, this is for our cash. As far as the cash envelopes, I can fit these inside of my wallet, the wallet that I use. So it works out fine. My husband, he normally just takes the money out and he places the money in his wallet. But as far as my cash envelopes, they fit in my purse. I have a little zipper in the middle. I can either put them in the zipper that goes in the middle of my purse, or I can just fit them inside of my wallet for days that I don't want to carry my purse. I have a pretty wide wallet that'll fit the envelopes that I need. So let's get back to it. Where was I? Where is the envelope? Did I misplace the envelope? There it is. So for household, $25. So I'll place it in the envelope. So as I purchase my items, I normally don't put my change in the envelope. I normally place my change in my pocket, like any coins that I get. But the dollar bills and the receipts, I'll place back inside the envelope. But the change, I'll place in my pocket. So next, hobbies. We are not going to budget anything for hobbies this week because we're taking a vacation, and how much fun do we need to have, right? So I'll place this up there because I'm not going to use it. Entertainment. I'm not going to place anything inside of the entertainment envelope this week simply because we've already purchased the tickets that we are the tickets we're going to use for activities out of town. And next week, I'm not going to worry about it. For offering, I'm sure we're not going to make it back for church. So I'm not going to place anything there. For rent, I don't pay the rent. My husband does. So we're not going to put anything in there because it's my pay period. For vacation, so I've only budgeted $200 for blow money on the vacation. But we're going to do this one last because I need to go back to the bank to get that money out. For groceries, we budgeted $150. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And then I'll take some of these 10s out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So here is the 50 that we'll place in the envelope for groceries. $150 for groceries. So next is gas, and for gas we have that we will take $140. So I actually use an app, or go to the website. What's the name of it? It's called fueleconomy.gov/trip. I had to look it up. So fueleconomy.gov/trip, and you place in your the beginning city and state. If you're going to make a stop before you get to your destination, and then you enter your destination. And once you enter all that information in with the type of car you're going to drive, it will give you an estimate of how much gas you will need. So according to the estimate for our trip, our round trip is going to be 87 bucks. So aside from the 87, we'll place the remainder in our tanks once we get back home. So yeah, that's how we figured up how much gas we'll use. So we have 140, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And we'll break down some of these 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so that will go for gas. All right, so from personal, we have it at 90. So because I still have some money in my cash envelope, I will not be greedy. And so I'll give my husband his full 50, but I'll just take 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So he'll get his 50. And this is for whatever he wants to use it for. I don't care. And as for me, I will take 40. I'm breaking mine all the way down so it looks like I've got a bunch of money. So anybody remember when you were like a kid and what was it? Like, I remember, this is probably gonna sound crazy. Never mind, I'm not gonna even share it. All right, so the next envelope we're gonna stuff, oh, is that it? So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. So for now, I'll put 155 in the vacation blow money, and I'll have to go back to the bank. And I knew that I was going to come out short, but I'm on my lunch break, and I wanted to go ahead and get the video made because I need to go to the store, and so I needed my money before I go to the store. And so I wanted to get the video made and get all the envelope stuff, but I will have to go back as far as the vacation blow money and add some more to this envelope. And I'm really thinking about increasing it to $300. So I think I need to increase to 300. But see, I don't want to because I don't want to waste money. So it's such a awkward feeling. Like I don't want to go on vacation and waste money at the same time while I'm trying to budget it. But at the same time, I want to be able to have options to do, you know, things I want to do in case we didn't see something online while we were planning the trip and then we get there and we see something that we do want to do. As far as like going out to eat, because we're trying to watch our carbs, you know, we plan on cooking at the resort, and that's why we budgeted $150 for groceries. We plan on cooking at the resort. If we go out to eat, it will only be like, you know, for one meal a day. So if we decide to go out for dinner, we're going to have breakfast and lunch at the resort. Or if we choose to go out for breakfast, we'll have, you know, lunch and dinner at the resort. So we've only planned to eat out once while we're there. Yeah, and besides that, we're just gonna go sightsee. We're going to St. Augustine, which is like the country's first city, the first city of the United States, the first official city of the United States, I believe. So hopefully we will have tons and tons of fun. Also, just want to show you guys the change that we've collected thus far. Here's all our change. So when we go in the store and we get change back from our envelopes, we keep it in our pockets or purse, and then we come home at the end of the day and we dump it all here. My husband, he's thinking about going through and dividing it, pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. But we'll see how we decide to go. And we bought this little jar. We bought several. I think I have about 5 of these jars that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and I wasn't sure what to do with them. So we probably will go through and divide them. Just wanted you guys to see. However, at this point, we're pretty much done. I guess I can add up the totals here. In case y'all are interested in seeing the full total. Let's see. So we have 50 plus 350, 90. Plus 80, 14. Plus 50, plus 70, 115, 25, 140, 200, 90. So the total budgeted amount is $1,171.04. So that's the amount that we have budgeted. We do have a bit of a cushion, and if I decide to add the 100, which I'm sure I will, for 300, if I decide to add the 100, I will come back in and update this, and I'll let you guys know about it later. I have not completed my grocery list this week because I plan to make a actual weekly menu, and then I will base my groceries off my weekly menu. These are the household items that I plan on getting this week, and here is our wish list again. So like I work from home, and I've been using the dining room table for quite some time, so I think it's about time for me to add this computer desk to my wish list. So we will see how everything goes, and I will do a mid-month review with you guys so that you can see how much we've paid so far this month to debt, and give you all the totals. So if you want to continue to see videos like this, please feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions about what we're doing, feel free to leave a comment. If you don't want to miss the videos that I post, hit the notification bell and you will be alerted. Thank you for spending time with me while I stuff these cash envelopes, and I hope you have a great day.